Hello everyone. Welcome to SK Life. This is your host Pooja Bajarnia, and today I would like to welcome a very talented and young guest who is a phenomenal batsman. Well, he has played at several Class A level tournaments and whose captaincy led Bengal team to reach Ranji finals for the very first time in the last 13 years. And you want to know the most exciting thing about him? I'll tell you. So his consistency in longer formats led him to grab a slot as a standby batsman in Team India in the upcoming Test series against England. So let's welcome Abhimanyu Iswarana. Hi Abhimanyu, how are
Thank
you?
you so much, Pooja. I'm good, Pooja. How are you?
I'm awesome. So firstly, congratulations for joining Team India as a standby player.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So how does it feel like when, when you got to hear this news for the first time? What was the environment at your place in your family?
I think it was really great. I was at a friend's place sleeping, and then my parents suddenly called me and tell me about the call up as standby in the Test series, and they were really happy and excited. So I think it was a really great moment.
Okay. And was this really expected? Because the last year was so there was no tournament happening, no domestic, no international tournaments happening. So there were no chances of showcasing the potential for the cricketers and all. So was
Yeah.
this really expected at this
I'm
moment?
someone, I'm someone who doesn't really think about selection too much, but my family knew that there was selection and the England series was coming up. But with the COVID situation and everything, we knew that there will be extra players will be taken in the team. So yeah, I think my family expected it.
Okay. And well, your consistency in Ranji Trophy years by years really, finally rewarded you with this. So how does it feel? I mean, the opportunity you got, and you will be sharing the dressing room with the entire team who are, the world class players out there. So how does that feel really? Sharing nets, sharing dressing rooms, sharing talks and everything.
I started playing cricket as a kid, and I think I had the dream of playing for the country, which was like the ultimate thing as a cricketer. And just to get this close to be playing for the country, it feels amazing. And to be part of this dressing room and being able to share a fielding session, or be it nets, or even just sitting in the dressing room, it feels great. And it's a privilege to be representing the country and just being around with the best players in the country. So I'm really enjoying this thing.
Well, in the lockdown, whereby people were staying indoors and locking themselves at homes and all, but you were out there helping the needy ones, helping immigrants and underprivileged families, supporting them in this in this COVID situation, in this crisis. So
I
how
think
was it?
this is something I've got from my family, like my parents, grandparents. They've been like this, and I think it's our duty as citizens, because this was something which was very unfortunate, this pandemic, and it was our duties as citizens to be able to help. If we could help somebody, obviously we'll try and help those people. So I think it was a good opportunity to help our people, and I think it was a really good thing, and I enjoyed doing it.
Yeah. And well, last season Bengal team reached its first Ranji final in last 13 years, and it was under your captaincy. So, what were your exact plans for the entire team, and any pre-planned things happened really?
Yeah, obviously we would sit down and take it one game at a time. We would plan against opponents and what their strengths were, and what their weaknesses were, and we would target those things. We would set certain plans for batsmen, and we would have certain tactics against their best bowler, probably who's getting wickets. We would try and rule him out of the game. So things like that, and we would just prepare for one game at a time. And it was up to the team management, and I think there was freedom to do all those things. So I really enjoyed that campaign.
So, I would like to know the difference between playing as a player and playing as a captain. So, while fulfilling your captain duties and everything, do you really keep up the pressure and all? And, for the entire team? So, what is the basic difference between these two things?
I think it's just added responsibility, which I really enjoy. If you play as a batsman or a bowler in the team, your job's limited to only two departments. You're either bowling or batting or fielding. So you focus on two departments. But as a captain, you need to be involved with the team. and always have plans. Even if they are 6 down, 7 down, you're always thinking, how do I get the next wicket? Or if you're batting, I think it doesn't really affect when you're batting, because whenever you bat, you play in the team as a batsman. You know that my job is to win the game. So even if as a captain I'm batting, my job is the same. But I think there are responsibilities which are more out of the field and during while we're fielding. So I think those are two things I need to focus on.
So, but then in both the departments, you did really, really well. I must say that. Well, I believe Sir VVS Lakshman, the legendary cricketer of India, he has been a sort of a ray of guidance for you as he is a batting consultant for Bengal team, right? So,
Yeah.
how does that really impact you? I mean, staying under his guidance, how it really helped you nurture?
CAB has had him as a batting consultant for a few years now. So I think it's been a great opportunity for us to be learning from a person who's played more than 100 Test matches. He's been a legend in Indian cricket. So I think to be communicating with him and just being around him and talking to him about your batting and just sharing his experiences, listening to him, I think it's great to have him. And a lot of things we've learned from him as a batting group in Bengal, as individuals. And I think the best part is he's pretty approachable. I can even call him even if I'm not having a Bengal game. I think that is the best part, and he's always there to help.
Well, you have really performed really well in past few years and in all sort of formats and scoring up high runs, heavy runs on board. So what are the plans and what is the mental and physical preparations you make? What are the pre-plans you make before hitting any tournament and scoring these huge runs?
I think firstly I'd like to keep myself fit, especially before a tournament or during a tournament. That's the key to be able to like apply my skills on the field for my team. And as far as the game plan and things are concerned, I try and sit down with my coach, Mr. Apurva Desai, before every tournament or every game, and we just sort of we communicate, and I try and set a game plan for myself, and I take help from him, and I try and follow that. So I think for me, preparation has been a really important part of whatever little I've performed for my teams. I think I like to focus on that, and obviously we get at like these days we get videos of the against team bowlers, and we have a fair idea about how the wicket's gonna behave, looking at the stats and being able to access the wicket before 2 days before the game. So I try and just chalk out a game plan and try and follow that. So I think that's been working for me, and I'll try and do it. I try and do it every single game.
So, where do you see yourself in a longer run? A traditional test player or T20 ODI player?
I would always want to represent my country in all three formats, and I think I've been working on that. And I've got runs for Bengal in 3 formats, and hopefully one day I can represent my country in all 3 formats and win games for my team or win championships for the country.
Okay, fair enough. So now we are moving up to our next round, that is rapid fire round. I'll ask you a question, and you'll have to within no time you'll have to answer me whatever thought comes in your mind, just one word, and it's done. So first one goes like this: if you hadn't been a cricketer, what would you have been?
Chartered accountant.
One bowler you always wanted to bat against.
One bowler. I would love to face Shane Warne.
So which sport would you go for except for cricket?
I love playing football, even though I'm not good at it, but I really enjoy playing football.
Okay. Any superstitions while playing?
Not really superstitions. I can say a few routines, like I wear my left pad first and then my right pad. So yeah, things like that are kind of routines for me.
One single pair of clothes if you would wear for your entire life, what would it be?
A tracksuit.
One food you always crave for, but then you'll have to restrict yourself because of fitness.
One food. I think this is confusing. I'd probably say Pani Puri in Calcutta, the fuchka they call it. So that's something I have to avoid. I love it.
Yeah, it's delicious out there. Well, any particular workout you really hate, but then you really can't avoid it?
There's a thing we do in the warm up, which is called inchworm. I really hate it, but I have to do it when the trainer makes us do that.
And it looks weird too, right?
Yeah.
So if you get a day to play a role of some other personality, it could be anyone. So who would that be? Just a day of someone else's like.
Virat Kohli.
Oh,
Have to see
that's
what he does during
different.
the day.
Now, a funniest prank ever made on you or you made on someone else?
There have been a few, but which can't be like said here. But something like in under 16, we changed the timing of our manager's watch, so he couldn't really get it, and he was 2.5 hours late for dinner.
Oh my God. Well, that was it for today, for this session. Thank you so much for being here. It was really wonderful to have you and have a conversation with you. And all of us, we all wish you best of luck. Do well. And we are really proud of you and hoping to see you soon in Bleed Blue, blue jersey of Team India. So all the best. Keep rocking.
Thank you so much, Pooja.
Thank you so much.